Hello, this is NextFan. I am talking about my Vulenstia Roleplay Adventure, and I have something I need help with. So, it's a tabletop RPG. We've got 10 points to go over. The Vulenstia Roleplay Adventure is a tabletop RPG inspired by Dungeons & Dragons and the Warriors Adventure game. Of course, it's based off my unpublished book, Vulenstia. And there will be multiple adventures made public for anyone to try. Although I probably won't publish any for a while, because I need to trial it with my friends and see what works and what doesn't. So, it is working character sheets and a battle system, all completely made myself. It includes wolves, cats, foxes, and on occasion dogs. One of my player's characters is a dog. She practically begged me to let her be a dog, so I did. I think she's an Australian Shepherd. I do need your help, though. I need help creating allegiances for the adventure game. I have 2 weeks to do it. I have 2 weeks to create the adventure game and write out the adventure. I've already got an idea of what it's going to be, but I haven't written anything down. And I need, 40 characters. I already have, 12, I think. So, 10 per clan. I don't need to fill in the entire clan, but, enough for each clan to, have a couple of characters. I don't really have that many, there's not really going to be many characters featured in it, but it'll be important to have this for, future games, so I might do it, once a month or something. So, I plan, anyone that comments on this video with a link to a wolf, cat, or fox character, or sends it to me via social media, which is my Twitter, Discord, or Amino. I don't use Amino much, but I'm using it a bit in the next 2 weeks, because that's an easy way for me to contact people. And I'll list them in the description so you can find my Twitter, Discord, and Amino. So if you send me a character, it's highly likely to be featured in the adventure game, because I would love to have some unique characters that I wouldn't be able to come up with my own, and I know you'd be happy to see it appear in the adventure game. I submitted my character to a Warriors Adventure game thing. It's like a monthly live stream, and some live streams they do adventure games. I think it's hosted by Avalon Roselin. She's probably the least popular in the group, so I think they do that so they don't get an overflow of people in the live streams. But my character was mentioned. It wasn't, actually in it, but they said its name, and it was pretty cool for that to happen. I plan to record as many of these sessions as I can and put them on this YouTube channel. I won't be able to record the one I do in 2 weeks, which is the one that I need the allegiances and the story, the adventure for. So in 2 weeks I'm going to do one, but I'm doing it at a school event, so I can't really record that, but I'll write everything down as I go, so that I've got it listed, and I can post that somewhere so that you guys can read it. I probably will post it on my Twitter, or at least post a link to it on my Twitter. So you can submit any wolf, cat, or fox character to any clan with any description, backstory, etc. And any help is appreciated. Even if you don't have a character to submit, or you want to do something extra, you can ask me. If you've got any cool ideas, then you can tell me if you want. I'll make sure I credit you. I've gotten allegiances, which I'll link in the description, to all the characters, and I'll leave a link to how you sent it to me next to the character name. So, character preferences. It includes things like roles, like leader, deputy, healer, architect, which is like builder, or just a member, which is kind of like warriors. Or any specific role that you want. It doesn't have to be one of the ones that I've listed. There are other roles that you can ask for. There's also trainees, which are like apprentices, but I call them trainees because I guess it's a name that works for me, and I don't want to copy everything from Warriors because, like, Warriors uses a lot of the things that I find the best options, so I'm trying to avoid copying them. Make sure you have a good description for your character, and you should do whatever you think is necessary. You don't have to do everything I've mentioned, and you can do more than what I've mentioned, but just anything is highly appreciated. So for names, any names are acceptable. It doesn't have to be anything specific. One of my characters, Jack, he named his character Jacqueline because he's lazy. So there's names like nouns, which are like leaf, birch, bear, etc. And there's names like that are double words, which are things like Ravenstone, Hazelfoot, Yellowfoot, etc. They're generally used for describing a special feature about the character that makes them stand out. Like Ravenstone is black and white, Raven for the black and Snow for the white. And then there's unique names. So those are non-previously existing names, ones you come up with, or uncommon names, which could be just names that you wouldn't normally expect to find. I'd say Zane's an acceptable name, even though it's like a regular name. It's really uncommon. I've only met one person with that name. And some examples, these are all ones I've come up with, except for Lacer, one of my friends suggested that name to me. So Windler, Lacer, and Nexian are options, examples. They're already characters though. They're from the main book series, so they won't be featured in the adventure game though. Here are clans. So they're Wing Clan, which are kind of like Sky Clan from Warriors. Some climb trees, and they generally focus on speed and agility. They live in a forest, partly woodland like ThunderClan, and partly pine forest like ShadowClan. There's a map to it, which I'm not sure where I've kept it, but I might leave a Google Doc to it or something like that in the description or something like that. I say something like that or something a lot. Never mind. So Forest Clan is kind of like Thunder Clan and Shadow Clan. Giving examples because that's easier. They're generally stealthy. They're stealthy strategists, but generally would lose a one-on-one fight without using the strategy. They live in a forest that is pine and woodland mixed together. And fun fact, they are the antagonists of the first book, but the rest is secret. I think I missed the last thing. Yeah, the fact for Wing Clan. At the end of a Wing Clan trainee's training, they earn their wings, which is basically what Wing Clan references. I guess they go off for wings. Hill Clan, so they're kind of like Wind Clan. They're fast, but not very agile. They don't have any trees to run into. Well, they have a few. They have strong legs, though. They live on an open moor with only a couple of trees. And the fact is, the first Hill Clan architect used tunnels often. He had come up with the idea when he was younger, before he joined the clan. And he developed a tunnel system under the camp like a bunker. He also made his den underground next to the leader's den. Water Clan is obviously like River Clan, although they have a river next to them, but all the clans have a river next to them, so it's not a big deal. They swim often and catch fish. I wouldn't be surprised if one or two characters from each clan could catch fish, but that's a Water Clan specialty, and they also swim. They live beside a small lake, partially surrounded by woodland. Forgot to put their camp on the map as well. I'll have to fix that. A fun fact is, Water Clan is the only clan not made to suit a particular person in my friend group. Wing Clan was designed by me entirely, to fit me, and Forest Clan was designed by Madison. Hill Clan was me and Isaac. He came up with the idea for it, and I came up with the name. But then there's Water Clan, which is just a clan I came up with that was unique to the other clans. And none of the other clans are like it. None of the other clans have a lake. Well, Forest Clan has a small pond, but it's nowhere near as big as Water Clan's lake. Yeah. Throughout the process of planning it with my friend's help, we hit a lot of bumps. Like, everyone kind of wanted to have overpowered things that you'd see in like a role play between a couple of people. But of course, I wasn't having that because I wanted to keep it realistic. Although for the Vulenstia Adventure game, I can get a little out of canon, I guess, like out of logic, because I guess I just don't need to. It's an adventure game. It's not a set. I'm not gonna put this in the story, so it doesn't really matter if things get out of hand or out of poor, terrible jokes. Here is clanless, so anyone that's not in a clan, they can live in the wild or in a human building, like a house, probably not a zoo, but they can be from a zoo, on a farm, or anything you come up with. I have a character from a farm, and I also have a character from a circus. This doesn't have any recommendations, just be creative. And in fact, even wolves and foxes can live with humans or in places that cats live in. I decided early on that cats, foxes, and wolves would be treated roughly equally by humans. Like, any of them can be kept, any of them can be owned by humans, like a regular pet, like a dog or a cat. They probably would have the same laws about, like, hunting or life preserving stuff, that kind of thing. And I made them more average in size. So wolves are like half the size they are in real life to be closer to cats and foxes. I think cats are a bit bigger. And overall, you can submit as many characters as you want, and don't get nervous because I have like 15 subscribers. I'm not the most popular person in the world, and I'm probably just like you, except I make YouTube videos and you might not. So, I will accept almost anything, even joke characters. Like I said in a book, I do have a character planned to be from a circus. So go crazy. He's in book 11, I think. He appears in book 11. Please ask any questions you have in the comments. I would really love to answer. I love talking to people. I love talking to people online because social interaction. Thank you for watching. I will leave any spare information, like contact details for Twitter and stuff like that, in the description. And if you've forgotten anything, just rewatch the video. Also, I don't care if you like, comment, or subscribe. Or comment, I actually want you to do, because I need characters. But I don't care how many likes I have or subscribers. It kind of feels good, but it's not necessary. Bye.